welcome to yet another edition of Water Wednesdays during this COVID-19 pandemic, and the message that we've been trying to preach to you for the past few weeks: stay at home to curb the tide of COVID-19. Joining me on the program this week, we have the Director of Engineering, Charles Leslie, and we're talking about these recent water outages that many of you residents in St. John and parts of St. Joseph and St. Andrew have been seeing. Of course, our crews have been out and about as part of the essential service to make sure that you have that consistent supply. Charles, tell me what the BWA crews have been doing over the past few weeks to make sure that our customers are served.
Yes, good evening, Shane. Thank you for hosting the Barbados Water Authority again. As you correctly mentioned, the Barbados Water Authority has been having some challenges in St. Joseph, St. John, parts of St. John, St. Andrew. And this has been continuing as a result of the dry periods that we're still experiencing. Earlier this year and late last year, the last quarter of last year, our meteorological office had indicated that we are experiencing the worst drought or the lowest rainfall figures since 1948. And this has severely impacted our ability to provide water to some of those customers in the higher elevations. So some of our sources like the Bowmanston and the Applewhits and even along our west coast, some of our systems are being taxed because of this extended dry period. As a result of this, the Barbados Water Authority has, we've extended our drought prohibition notice, and that now is going to go all the way down until July the 31st, where we will then assess it to see if we need to extend it again. But because of this dry period, a number of our customers in those elevated areas have not been getting the pipe-borne water. But what we've been doing is we've been doing our assessments in the field, and we've been introducing some additional community tanks in some of those areas that have been affected. We are doing it in a more scientific way this time to ensure that, one, we can reach those customers who are really affected, and then two, that we can service those tanks, because once we put tanks out there, the customers they will give an expectation to the customers that we can service those tanks and maintain them. Last year, we would have gone through an exercise where we would have upgraded the desalination plant along with ionics. And we are currently using that desalination plant now to augment the supply down the west coast. We would have also built a new station at Trent in St. James above the Frederick Smith School, and we're using that basically to transfer water into the interior of the island via Lancaster and Ipso. So that's how we are augmenting that supply into the Casa Grande and those higher elevated areas. The authority, we have some other projects on stream, like there's one called the Vineyard Project, where we're hoping to bring some water from the well field at Groves in St. Philip. We're going to bring in that through to the Bowmanston area to help augment the water supply in that area as well. But those are some of the things that the Barbados Water Authority has been working on to bring water to those elevated areas to relieve the plight of those customers who are currently experiencing outages.
Thank you so much, Charles. I'm hoping that you and your family are safe as well and keep safe during this COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, to our customers, thank you for watching yet another edition of Water Wednesdays. Next week, we'll talk about that more permanent fix, get into more detail on that, as Charles mentioned, the Vineyard solution. So you'll get to hear more about that solution on next week's edition of Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook or Instagram pages for additional information and updates, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.
It is the liquid of life.